illusion's gone. The Azir, however, in this mid lane matchup here, I wanted to quickly talk about that as we are just running out of that delay time. Azir's
Yep.
taken Ignite against LeBlanc. I kind of
Uh,
feel like Azir doesn't need an Ignite, and it's a
well,
dangerous, risky move for him.
unless he's planning to go for a lot of those drift moves, the Shurima shuffle where you dash in and
Oh,
knock them back towards your team.
oh my
Unless he's
god.
planning to just go ham at level 6, when is he going to be in range to ignite people? I don't understand. Uh, that being said, I honestly looking at the teams, um, and I can't remember which team is which. I'm sorry, I just got here.
It's
Uh,
fine. I can help you out here.
I think okay, with the
Um,
possible exception of Aurelia, uh, red team is on the clock in this game. They
Jungler gets
they
blue. Yeah, yeah. I agree. They are on the.
they've only got so long to win this thing before like Nunu, Graves, Zia in particular just becomes too much.
And even
Aurelia, of
and
course,
even
is
even
different,
at a
but
point where I think Renekton and Alistar become too much of a tank. Because if you allow those two champions to just finish their tank build, they're going to be hard to take down. That's the front line right there. The Alistar and the Renekton are clearly the front line. Yeah, I'd say Nunu's probably in the middle, like sitting, hovering, just making. Got to keep that blood boil, so he's got to be somewhat near Graves, but not too far away from him. So you've got Renekton and Alistar up in that front line, just crowd control, creating that chaos, I guess you'd want to call it,
yeah,
there, with Azir
that's
sitting
right.
back, destroying your sand soldiers.
Well, that's the logic, right? Is that the front line is pretty strong, but Azir's going to have to do a lot of work in this game. And
Mm.
Quackham's a great player, I've seen him play on some other teams in some tournaments and stuff before.
Oh, okay.
He's
I've never
legitimately
seen
a
him.
threat.
I've never seen him. So,
I know Raps, I know Quackham, and I know Prisoner. Not like
I
personally,
believe I
but
know
I've
Billy the Kid. I've seen him play before. I
the
don't
thing
know.
is, I don't think either team. When I look at the comps, as my toaster slowly loads in, neither team is actually. I don't think that either one has a major advantage. There are things I like and there are things I don't like about both teams. I sort of feel like maybe this is a little bit of a inexperience in pick and bans. Not to say they're bad or anything like that, but more of a solo queue mentality. Neither team seems to have a prime objective. They're just hoping to go off, get the kills, and get rolling.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like neither team is built around a specific player. Neither team is built specifically around a goal. Perhaps red team, which was who? Sorry.
The red team is jungler gets blue.
Jungler gets blue, yep. With the possible exception of Jungler gets blue, who probably want to skirmish a lot in the mid game. They're gonna be looking for these short, sharp fights.
Ooh, okay.
But I mean, I can say that about any team. People like to fight. It's not news.
It's not new. No, it's not. And we're just gonna fix up these little overlay triggers.
First damage dealt.
I know,
Ezreal
it's
landing a skill shot
crazy.
on Graves. Man,
How did he
it
do
never
that?
stops.
Like how? I have
Yeah.
no idea. It's great there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into that game.
Alistair countering with the laugh spam. Doesn't quite hold up to damage.
No, it doesn't. I want to also look at this. This ward line's very along the river. It's a standard laning phase, of course. I don't expect too much fanciness, but
You don't
standard
like
laning phase coming out here. Um, Everything like that. You know, nothing fancy has come out from these teams.
No, you
But
can see a different sort of idea about where to place those wards.
yeah,
Jungler Gets Blue have gone for a sort of a blanket strategy. They want to see everything. While, I'm sorry, who was blue team?
there'll be China boys. We'll just call
China,
them China.
China boys? All right.
China now boys. Well, we'll just call them China boys.
The China
Sounds
boys.
so racist. Distortion in, nice.
Yeah. They've gone for more, they're gone now mostly, but they placed a couple of keywords, expecting that if we just put them on, common paths, that will be enough. While Jungler Gets Blue wanted to, blanket the entire river.
Yeah, I noticed that. And as the water course expiring now, going in there, headbutt pulverizers, knocking back, the ignite is on him. Yes, it is. Will this be first blood? No, it does not look like it. Can Ezreal get a return? Nothing more happening there in that bot lane. A little bit of action heating up as the level 2 clicks over. And Fresh is going to be in trouble if he stays. Alistair is low though.
Yeah, that wasn't so great for China Boys, in all honesty. I mean, it cost them an Ignite and a Flash off of Alistair, and those aren't short cooldowns.
Yes, he
And in
didn't.
the end, the supports are on almost the same amount of life.
And Fresh didn't even have to use Flash there as the mid lane. Ooh, LeBlanc just offering harass. That's all she's going to do at this stage. I don't think she's going to get fancy the all-in just yet from her.
Not until she's confident.
No. It is a very hard thing to be confident to go all-in a Azir. Aurelia stunning up Renekton. Renekton's winning that lane up at the moment, taking the Doran shield first. So he's going for a defensive kind of play. He's not really playing the bully. It depends actually. I'll stop myself there because it would depend on his first back. If he's confident, he'd probably go for his Tiamat first. But if not, we'll probably see defensive from him. Have to see what kind of thing is. The sun goes through Slice and Dice color to make. Is he getting out? There he goes. He uses the Dice to get away. Just offering that little bit of harass there and falling back. Evelyn's already backed and picked up her Stalker's Blade Distortion and the Euroful Chains. Is it going to lock him down? Yes. But action is heating up everywhere. Here comes Evelyn. Slice. There's no Dice there. He has to flash away. Evelyn will tank that tower, but that's a worthy trade up in that top lane.
Absolutely. Expect to see Eve going top again.
Ooh, LeBlanc taken very low.
If you've never played against Azir, it's hard to describe how just oppressive it is. The pressure he creates upon you in lane, it's phenomenal. But yeah, I expect Eve to go top quite a bit. I mean, she doesn't necessarily want to be in the jungle against Alistar because he'll counter jungle her all day. In fact, he's already doing Dragon, so it makes a lot of sense for Eve to try and get the closest thing to a hyper carry on the team is Aurelia. Once you get that Trinity Force on Aurelia, it doesn't matter if you're 0-4, you suddenly become relevant again. So getting her rolling makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, Nunu taken low, but they do steal that first dragon like you mentioned there. And you'd imagine they would have seen that coming. Because Alistair left lane, no, I didn't see any. Might have seen, no, there was no real pings there coming down from it.
No.
They got away with that dragon pretty easy. Nunu heads back, gets the Sight Stone for himself. So it looks like he's going to be more of a utility jungler. The stun goes down up in that top lane. Here comes the fight, the Slice and Dice away.
No one's going to be able to kill each other in that lane for a while.
It's a stalemate right there. It's a wet noodle fight coming up in that top lane.
Is.
Until we see some item spikes from them. But I like this from... Oh, here comes a flay back. He has to dash away. The hook misses.
Damn it, if Evelyn had come in, I could have said, speaking of spikes, like, hate Spike, I could have had a bad pun. You denied me of my bad pun, Billy the Kids.
I'm glad, because whenever Rank used to give me bad puns, I used to want to kill him.
Only for the best, then.
Oh, maybe for the best. For the best. Kazi does not like bad puns. No, Kazi never does. Well, just looking at this, I love what Nunu's doing. It's that old school. I'd say it's the NA style. A lot of the NA players started doing it. Crumbs, Dominate, even Helios for a little bit. This utility kind of jungle where they prioritize vision over their power spikes in a way. Oh, LeBlanc going in. Oh, there's a lot of action everywhere. It's just not stopping. Just pick a place.
Nobody can quite get the best of each other. Well, that's the thing about Nunu is what's cool about Nunu.
Oh, is this a kill? No, the hook's been landed in. That's very dangerous. Arcane shifts away, and that's just that's the level advantage Graves has right now. Look at that. He's up one level, so he's confident enough to trade against this. Nunu's been caught out here, but here comes the hate spikes. LeBlanc is there. Will he be protected? Azir was waiting in the wings. So I don't think there would have been a kill there, but just going back down to the bot lane, Alistair and Graves are doing really well. Oh, Chain's missing again. Wow. That lane, come on. What are you doing to me?
No kidding. Mishmash not having much luck with that, with the, I've forgotten the name of the ability. Ethereal Chains.
Ethereal Chains. The chains.
It is.
Call them chains.
It is Ethereal Chains, yes.
Ethereal Chains,
Anyway,
Oh, buckshot missing. Is that Alistair going to get... Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. He's risky to stay there. Here comes Evelyn.
here
Can
comes
Azir
Shane.
get out of this? He has been knocked away. Has to flash. The chains do miss. Here comes Nunu for the counter. He throws the snowball and just walks out of there like a boss.
Yep, doesn't do much damage. Back to the bot lane real quick. Part of what makes Graves Alistair such a difficult lane to deal with is they're super hard to trade against because Alistair has the heal, right? It's not a big heal. Nobody expects that as the top lane fight goes on. Nobody expects it to be a big heal. Because of Graves' passive armor, while he's in combat, it stacks up. He True Grit passive. It makes him extremely difficult to trade with.
Oh, the blue steel! Sorry, that was just...
That's quite alright. People need to know.
That's a big thing too, there, right there. And I agree. The Graves is what's the word?
I think he's great in lane. I just think he has scaling problems in a meta where everyone has tank items.
Yes, I fully agree with you there. And
so I'd say the same thing about Ezreal. If it's not Runeglaive, it's the same. Like he has scaling problems.
Or the blue, like.
Well, yeah.
Bluebill, then again, Bluebill is still weak as at the moment. The Runeglaive's really come back. It's more like the AP Israel coming in now. But Israel hasn't backed yet at all. He'll finally get to. Probably pick up... Okay, that's a bit greedy of you there, Israel. Picking up his tier first. He's got no trading potential at the moment here. Against a BF sword and a long sword Graves. I don't think he's respecting this bot lane just yet.
I hope he's planning to play incredibly safe, because look, I understand you need to get the harass coming down there over the wall. No, my popcorn chicken.
There we go, Evelyn. But see, look at that. They practically lost bot lane right there. From that kind of thing.
I think maybe Ezreal may be willing to write this off a little bit as a loss. He's not planning to go particularly ham or anything. So he's got to get that tier at some point. I think he wants to just like tear the band-aid off, get it over and done with. As another gank comes up.
I just personally thought you'd go for Iceborne. Let's see, Evelyn is coming up the top. Direct to camera hasn't changed yet because it doesn't feel it's good enough. Okay.
Yep.
But Blue Top handed over to Azir.
Eventually.
But just to note that the blue buff handoff to Azir, the other one can't be handed off to LeBlanc. It got stolen away. That's a huge thing. LeBlanc's going to need that as she tries to distort in, offer some damage.
Bad time.
She is, as Azir's poke damage is ridiculous at the moment. Crazy bit of power spike coming out in that mid lane thanks to that. I like that. Two Fairy Charms, double Dorans, and that Phoenix Codex. Nice.
He wants to be casting spells. Like, he wants to be dropping those soldiers off cooldown.
Oh, the stun on that top lane. Renekton can fancy this fight. He is winning the trade. We'll back out of it. It's just going to stick to eating that wet noodle. Just going to cull that wave. Get back some of that health. But look at this bot lane. I just love it. They've only just now hit level 7. They're practically losing these trade-offs. I kind of thought that Israel would have gone maybe for that early Iceborne just to protect himself a little more from this lane, because he's just getting destroyed at the moment.
He is getting lit up in terms of the trades, but something to note. Eve!
Oh, here we go, the box going down. Gonna happen, they will get away, the snow. No, that was the ult coming up from Nunu to slow down Fresh, but he's gonna get away. He has been found, Flash. Snowball, flash away.
No,
nothing.
You can see from the damage that Prisoner is opting to max consume first for the control jungle style and the early dragons, which is why his snowballs just do nothing.
They're just there for slow, and I kind of like that coming in, because that just offers so much more of a threat. Israel planning to do a snipe here. Really early, mate. Really early.
Yeah.
Really early. That's another dragon heading over to the China boys right now. Well, China now boys.
China Now Boys.
We China Now Boys is actually their full name. We've had to cut off the W to fit in the little brackets for us. Israel Arcane shifts in. This is really risky. Flay coming back. He'll dash away. The exhaust being used. Is there going to be any more? The hook does land. This could be the kill. Heal has been used. Collateral damage. Is it enough? Yes! First blood going over to Graves. Takes out the Fresh. Will they hunt down the Israel? Flash. Headbutt, pulverized into the wall, buckshot being used, dashes forward, that's a double kill over to Graves. And the bot lane has just got themselves on a roll. China boys picking up their first blood. Top lane action, slice and dice away. Will he have to ult out of this? He does. Here comes the Relic diving in. He's fancying his chances. Nunu is coming
Oh.
on the way. Is he going to be a counter engagement from here?